So I hear you want to level up your Pokemon extremely fast and make a ton of money doing it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to level up your Pokemon, whether you're at the beginning of the game or at the end of the game, extremely fast. You know, maybe you want to get more powerful Pokemon when you're starting, or you've caught some shinies that are low level and you're like, well, I would really like to use these and I want to get them leveled up fast. This is going to be the perfect video for you. Now, there are a few requirements. You're obviously going to need to have Pokeballs, and then you're going to need to have access to the first mount in the game, which you get, I think, like an hour or two into your first playthrough. And this is going to be required to be able to get to the spot that we need to actually be able to farm up a ton of XP. Now, the location that you're going to need to go to is right here at this bridge for the Worn Bridge, and then we're going to head down to the Obsidian Falls. Now, there are other places you can do this depending on where you are in the game, but this is the one where you can not only catch the Pokemon that you need for the farm, but then also immediately go into actually farming up the monster right next to it, which is the Blissey. And they're both up on top of this mountain. Oh my god, there's a giant alpha Graveler there. Oh, don't die to the Graveler. Oh, dude, bro, stop. Man. Now, if you don't have a ton of revives and you're really early in the game, that's perfectly fine. You can always go back to camp. It might take a little bit longer depending on your luck, but otherwise you should be a-okay. Now, to speed up this process, I highly recommend going to the location with 2 open slots and then 4 Pokemon that you want to level up. So they can be really any level that you want, but we're going to try and catch at least 1 or 2 Pokemon while we're out there, because the area we're going to not only has the object that we're going to farm, but the Pokemon that we need to be able to farm it up. Now, these Pokemon are higher level, so depending on where you are in your game, they're going to be a little difficult to catch, so make sure to bring quite a few Pokeballs. And if you're a low star level, the Pokemon won't listen to you, but they will on occasion still do what you ask, and that's really what we're hoping for. Oh my god, there's an Alpha Doof. Been looking for one of those for a hot minute. But yeah, regardless of your level or star rating, you should be able to do this without any problem. And you'll just have to, you know, hope RNGesus is on your side. Now, the area we're going to go to, if you're starting early in the game, is the Worn Bridge, and we're going to head to the Obsidian Falls. Now, the Worn Bridge will get you access to this area of the map without having a water mount, and you can run right across it. And then we need to make our way up to the top of the Obsidian Falls. Now, traditionally, you wouldn't be able to get up there until you had like a Sneasler or a flying mount, but I'm going to show you how to get up there early by using the Wide-Ear's jump ability, which if you didn't know, if you press Y, the Wide-Ear will actually jump. So we need to get up on top of there, and there's no way up, but right here, there's this little crevice in the mountain, and if you run your Wide-Ear into it, you can actually start hopping up the mountain, and this is what we need to do. There we go. There's like that little crevice right here, and we just keep hopping up until we can get up the mountain. It takes a little bit of practice to get it right. There we go. And you just kind of keep hopping up until we can get up to where that Machoke is. So it takes a little bit of practice. There we go. But you basically just get the Wide-Ear stuck in the wall, and you can just kind of meander your way over to where the Machokes are. And wham bam, thank you ma'am. This is where we need to start actually catching the Pokemon. So what we can do is you can kind of just run up and just throw Pokeballs at these Machokes that are around. And you're going to want to do this until you can catch 1 or 2. So there we go. We caught 1 Machoke at level 42. And the reason we're catching these Machokes is because we want their fighting ability. Blissey is weak to fighting. And we're going to be able to cheese this Blissey over and over and over to be able to get all of the items that she drops, as well as the XP from it. There's going to be some more Machokes around here. There's a ton of Machokes up here. And you just got to keep running around until you can catch 1 or 2. Now, if you're a low star rating, it could take a while. They do break out of the Pokeballs. If you've got Wing Balls, you can use those and throw them at a distance for like the surprise back attacks. But I'm doing it right now with Pokeballs to show that it is possible. And the Machokes will respawn quite fast, so you just need to keep running back and forth until you catch 1 or 2. All right, there's our 2 Machokes. Now that we have those, what we need to do is go down to where this Blissey is, which is just down here. And you're going to want to engage it, but not engage it in a traditional way. We want to make it angry and make it try and do a heavy attack on us. This is going to cause it to basically allow us to do a back attack on it. So that's not going to help. We need it to do like this charge attack at us. Oh, there it is. Oh boy. And then, I messed it up. You're supposed to not get hit by it, because if you get the surprise attack on it, then you're going to be the one that attacks first. Unfortunately, Blissey got to attack first, which means we're probably going to have a bit of a struggle here. We have Mach Punch and Close Combat. We're going to use Close Combat here and see how we do. And so we got it down to half. And Bliss is going to use Agile Style and get to attack twice. So he's Soft Boiled. Oh, and recovered its HP. Oh, it's going to do it twice in a row. Isn't that great? But yeah, we basically just want to use our fighting moves to try and do as much damage as possible before the Machoke dies. There's a solid chance one of your Machokes is going to die during this. Are you serious? Is it just going to spam Soft Boiled over and over? This is ridiculous. It is. If we use Mach Punch in the Agile Style, we should have 2 attacks in a row, so maybe we can get a crit or something like that. See how that does. Well, that did a little bit better. And then we can do a Close Combat as our second attack. And get a little bit more damage in on there. Oh, that was close. That's definitely going to be the way to do it. So Double Edge, which is good because that means Bliss is going to kill itself. Which is perfect. Killed by the recoil. So we lost our one Machoke. Ooh, there we go. So we got about 7,000 XP. So we got quite a few levels from that. And then on the ground is an XP Candy Large and Grit Gravel. Now the XP Candy Larges are also what we're trying to farm up here, because that's going to give 10,000 XP to a Pokemon. We'll give it to our shiny Vulpix here. And we gain a whole bunch of XP points, which is great. And then we can continuously refarm this Blissey, because now we just got to wait for it to respawn. Now, to get Blissey to respawn, what you're going to do is you're going to open up your map. You're going to fast travel back to camp. And then you're going to talk to the professor. And you're going to return back to Jubilife Village. Once in Jubilife Village, you're just going to return back to the area. And you're going to go kill it again. Now, when you get back to the area, Blissey should be respawned. It's pretty much a guarantee. And then we're going to do the same thing. Now, we'll show you exactly how the charge is supposed to actually work this time. And then hopefully it'll drop the item that we want to be able to make a ton of money from this as well. You want to run at me there, Home Skillet? There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, that's better. And then while its back is turned, then you throw the Machoke at it to catch the Blissey unaware. This is really important process to do that, because if the Machoke is higher level than what your star rating is, there's a solid chance that it's not going to listen to you when you give it a command. So having that is pretty darn important, because when you send a command to it, it might not listen. So you gotta hope that the Machoke actually attacks if your star rating is too low. I think for these Machokes to listen, you need to be a star level 2 or 3. I think it might be 3. But they'll still attack regardless at some times, and that's really what you gotta hope for. And we should be able to kill this Blissey. One more Mach Punch and we'll be good to go. And the great thing about Blissey is the Double Edge causes it to take damage to itself too. So when it does deal damage, it's often going to hurt itself. So we got another XP Candy L, which is decent. But to get money, there's another item we're looking for. There we go. That's the item that you're looking for as far as money goes. If you're going for XP, you definitely want the XP candies to drop, but it'll also drop Seeds of Mastery pretty commonly. So it's a rare seed that we can give it to the captain of the security corps to have a Pokemon master a move, so it can be used in Agile or Strong style, but we can sell these. Now, when you kill a Blissey, you're going to get either Grit Gravel or a Grit Pebble, and then in addition to that, you'll get either an XP Candy Large or a Seed of Mastery. Now, both of these can be sold for money, but the Seed of Mastery you're going to want to be selling, and the XP Candy Large you're going to want to be using on your Pokemon to be able to get more levels, like leveling up our Vulpix here. We can use both of those. That gets it to level 47. Now, those XP Candy Larges do sell for 4,500 a piece, but since you want to be using them for money, I don't think you want to sell those. But to sell your Seed of Mastery, we can go over here and you can see that the Seed of Mastery is worth 3,000. You'll be getting quite a few of these when farming up any kind of alpha.